Good morning, kindergarten. Welcome back. We're here to learn again. I'm going to go over another little math lesson. As you guys saw, instead of putting the counting videos in this video, I linked them beforehand, so make sure that you are practicing those counting videos. We need to continue to practice counting. Like I said last time, they're ready and expecting you guys to know that in first grade, so we need to just make sure we know it now so we're ready to go. So go back and watch those, count to 100s by ones and count to 100 by tens. So today, what we're going to review is decomposing numbers. If you guys remember, right before we went on break, we were working on decomposing our teen numbers, our double-digit numbers, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. We were working on reviewing those and decomposing them, breaking them into parts. It's showing how to make those numbers. So that's what we're going to review today. Now remember, when we do that, we're working with a couple of things. One thing that we need to remember that we work with is a double 10 frame. You guys remember that? Anyone remember why it's called a 10 frame? Just looking at this top one right here. Why is it called a 10 frame? That's right, because it has 10 spaces or 10 openings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 10 spaces, that's why we call it a 10 frame. Now, if our 10 frame is full, all those spaces are covered. Does anyone know how many we have? That's right, we have 10 spaces or 10 objects if all of that is full. And so let's go ahead and review our teen numbers real quick. Let's look. Let's say we have the number 13. 13. We have a 1. Remember, our teen numbers, our 1 always comes first. It's always 1 and then another number. And so we have a 1 and a 3. 13. Now let's break this down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and draw a little T-chart. We have our 10s and our 1s. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tens and 1s. Now, as you can see, we have 1 10. So think about that. If we have 1 10, how many do we have? 10. That's right. We have 10. This 1 represents 10. And if we have 3 1s, how many do we have? 3. That's right. We have our 10s and our 1s. We have 1 10, 3 1s. Now, let's think. Let's expand on that idea a little bit. If we have 1 10, when we know that that means we have 10, what are we going to do to one of those 10 frames? That's right, we're going to fill it in completely. So let me see if I can do this easily. Let's go with boom, boom, you, 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 you. So we know that this 1 10 represents 10. So we're going to even draw a 10 right here. And then we know that our 3 1s represent what? 3 1s, exactly what it sounds like. So we're going to put another 3, 1, 2, 3. Then down here we're going to write a 3. And so what is this starting to look like down here? It's starting to look like an equation. Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my plus sign in, throw my equal sign, and 10 plus 3 equals what? 13. Very good. And look, that's what number we started off with up here. All we did was break it down into 2 parts. We took one number, we had 13, and we broke it down into two parts, a part of 10 and a part of 1, or sorry, a part of 3, a part of 10 and a part of 3. Two parts, when you put those two parts back together, they equal 13, which is what we started off with. And so remember, we're always going to have that base of 10. That's our base number every time. Anytime we decompose a team number, we're always going to make sure we're using 10. Whether it's a 10 here, whether it's filling in one whole 10 frame, we're going to make sure that we have that base of 10. So let's go ahead and work through another one. All right, let's pick another number. Let's do 17. 17. Remember, when we're writing team numbers, our 1 always comes first. 1, 7 is 17. Let's draw our... Actually, no, let's not draw the chart this time. Let's see what we can do on our own. So what number do we have in our tens place? That's right, we have a 1. We have 1 10, which means we have how many? 10, very good. So let's start by writing the 10 down here. And then we need to do what? Fill in our 10 frame. And if we have 10, what are we doing to our 10 frame? How much are we filling it? Completely, all the way. The whole 10 frame should be full. So let's go. Boom, poo, do, 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 do. There we go. So we know that we have 10. We have our base of 10, because that's what that 1 means. That 1 means 10. And now how many 1s do we have? 7, very good. So we're going to draw, oh, not that. We're going to draw 7. And then we're going to put our plus sign in and our equal sign. And then what do I need to do? I need to fill in my 10 frame with how many? 7, very good. So let's do it. So let's look, I got my 2 parts. I have my 10 and I have my 7. So I took 17. I took my whole of 17 and broke it into 2 parts. A part of 10 and a part of 7. And so now I see that 10 plus 7 equals 17. So, as you guys can see, we're always using a base of 10. Always. Anytime you see a team number, we're using a base of 10. And our other part is always going to be whatever in our 1 spot. So let's go ahead, let me show you guys this. Let me do, oh, boop, 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 boop. Alright, so let's see, we got our team numbers right here, all of them. Let's look at them. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Those are our team numbers, and as you can notice, they all start with 1. The 1 always comes first. I don't need to see this. Is that number 13? No, that's 31. That's no good. We don't want 31, we want 13. So the 1 has to come first. Now, what I want to do here is I want to show you guys a little trick. We're going to go ahead and break down all these numbers real quick. Real quick. And what I want to show you guys is a little trick to help you solve these faster. So, like we said, we're always going to have what as our base? This number we're going to use every time is going to be what? 10, that's right. So we're always going to have a part of 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Always going to have that base of 10 when we're breaking these, decomposing these numbers. And that's what this 1 represents. The 1 is the 10. Now, our other part is always, always, always going to be whatever's in our 1 spot. So for example, here, we have our 10, and our 1's going to be our 7. So that's going to be our second part. Here it'll be 6, here it'll be 5, here it'll be 8, here it'll be 9, here it'll be 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then as you can see, we go plus, 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 plus. 10 plus 1 is 11. 10 plus 2 is 12. But you guys see, the 1 represents 10, and whatever's the other number is going to be what our other part is. Every time when we do these decomposing of numbers like this. Every time. So let's do one more practice together, and then I'll send you guys off to do a couple on your own. So let's do... I gotta make my 10 frame real quick. Let's break down. Who can tell me what this number is right here? What's that number right there? 19. Very good. Now, remember, what's our first part? 10. That's right. So I'm going to write 10, and then I'm going to do what? Fill in my 10 frame. Very good. Very good. And when my 10 frame's full, I have how many? 10. Every single time. If you see a 10 frame and it's completely full, it will always, 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 always be 10. Always. And so we know that that 1 means 10, so that's our first part is 10. Now what's our second part? 9. Very good. Now another way you could do this, other than looking at that number, is you can count on. You can count on from this. So you know that this is how many? 10. Very good. And what number are we trying to get to? 19. So what you can do is you can count on and see how many you add. So we know we already have 10. So we'll just start at 10 and we'll go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's the number I want to get to, so I'll stop. And now let's count to see how many we have in our second 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then I know that I can put my second part as 9. And we know that 10 plus 9 is 19. So those are the two ways that you can do that. You can do it just by looking at the number. Or you can do it by filling in the 10 frame. You can even look at the number 19 and fill in 19 counters right off the bat, and then figure out your two parts. We have 10 and we have 9. It's up to you, as long as as you know you're doing it the right way. We're decomposing these numbers, okay? Breaking them into two parts. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and send you guys off to work on and practice some of these on your own. Alright, so just remember, base is 10 always, and then you're figuring out the second part. 10 plus 9 is 19, it all matches. Remember, work slowly, show your work, and if you have any questions, again, do not hesitate to call your teacher. We're here to help. We want to help you guys. If you have questions, if you need some help, give us a call, shoot us a text, and we'll help you as best we can. Have a good day.